Hey everyone, it's that time of year again.
Oh, hi.
It's time for a new season.
BBCAN11.
Oh my goodness.
It starts in a week from the day we're uploading this.
Is today Wednesday?
It is.
No, it's not.
Today's
Thursday. Oh boy. We've had a long morning of research for these house guests.
It starts on March 8th.
It starts March 8th. Wednesday, March 8th, 9 p.m. Eastern. I guess it's coming out of Survivor, right?
Yeah.
So that's pretty exciting. But there's been a lot of controversy already
about the season. There's been a lot of change. March is Women's Month, and this is herstory for the feeds.
Yeah.
They're gone.
They announced, I guess it was last week, right?
Yeah.
They took away the live feeds.
They're calling the new normal digital dailies.
Yeah, I guess they're going to be putting out uncut footage from the house, and I don't know.
They're cut.
Yeah. I don't know how much we're getting. I don't know how often we're getting it. I don't know. We don't know.
We don't know when it's going to come out. We don't know if it's anything we actually want to see, if it's got any relevance, or
definitely very disappointing news. We are going to try to...
Ceterissa.
Yeah, and us.
Yeah.
We are definitely going to try to continue covering the stuff that's not on the show, so we're going to see what the digital dailies are all about. We're going to make the best of it. We're going to see what it's all about, but hang in there.
How about that house, though?
Yeah, I mean, we saw a few pictures so far. We'll put them up on the screen. We saw a few pictures of the house.
Would you say it's sex A or sex C?
I think it's sex B. I think it's looking really good. They're going with a murder mystery,
Gardens
theme.
of Time situation.
It does
remind me.
Find
the little
the old Facebook game, Gardens of Time. Yeah.
Who done it?
The house.
I don't know. Who took the feeds away?
That's the mystery of the season. Who was responsible for murdering the live feeds? But what about that house?
I don't know if we'll ever find that one out. But
I don't know. I'm sure nobody wants to own up to that.
The house looks pretty freaking cool.
It does
I have
look
to
good.
say.
Yeah.
I have to say, the colors are nice.
It's a little more muted than it usually is.
It's not like that game show of last season where it was like, hello, Vegas.
I had fun with it. I like to see a lot of color on the feeds, but this is looking good too.
It's okay.
Honestly, I can't tell what's what from the pictures that they've shown. I don't know where that is in the house.
I didn't know what that big room was because I don't think it was the backyard. I think it was some sort of an extra wide hallway.
I'm not really sure, but
I don't know what's what.
We've got a brand new cast of 16 cuties ready to play the game. We got all newbies.
Oh my God.
And we're going to talk about them.
Oh my God.
First, overall impressions. What do you think?
What have they done?
Okay.
Why are so many muscle men?
And ladies. It is a very diverse cast.
All from, not all, mostly from Ontario.
Well, okay, diverse, racially.
Right.
Age, not so much.
Geographically, not so
much. A lot of
Age,
Ontarians?
Yeah, okay. Not so much. Muscle people, not so much.
I don't know if they had a casting event inside someone's gym. I don't know.
Was there some muscle building contest or something? And they just were like, you, and the bartender.
I thought I already saw, and the bartender.
Yeah.
I thought I already saw on Twitter that at least 2 of these house guests are friends of former house guests. Maybe they did a little nudge with the casting. Yeah, I don't remember who it was.
Nepa friend.
But I'm also curious, do you think any of these house guests are going to know each other, friend of a friend situation? Because we've seen that before.
I mean, the Ontario ones, maybe.
I mean, there's a really good chance that they've crossed paths before, right?
Yes, and I have to say thank you for more than 2 gay men. Or at least 2 gay men.
Well, yeah. We have at least 2 gay men.
Wonderful. Woo! It's about time.
We love it. All right. So let's talk about the house guests.
All right, we're going to go in alphabetical order of first name.
All right, I'm going to put this off again. So, this year, Jed from BBCAN11 was doing the ET Canada interviews. What do you think?
How do you think he did? I thought he did a really good job.
I thought he did okay. I think he was definitely, sticking to the script that they gave him, because that's what he has to do.
Let's put it this way. He wasn't as bad as Jeff, but he wasn't as good as Ika.
It's hard to be as good as Ika. I don't know if we'll ever have someone as good as Ika
I think
again.
Ika was just iconic. She was great.
She was Ika-onic.
Yeah, she was great at doing interviews. And
but I thought
really
Jed did a pretty good job.
He did okay.
I think he really had to stick to the script that he was given because he was asking the same questions over and over.
Do you think he was like the baby of Ika and Jeff if they were to have a baby?
I don't.
Oh.
No, I don't.
All right. Well,
let's talk about the cast
okay
now.
job.
Yeah.
So first up, we have Amal, and guess what? She's 28 years old.
Like a lot of the cast,
which is like the most popular age to be in this cast. Mm-hmm. And if it's not 28, it's 27 or 29.
There you go.
Mostly. All right. So she is a self-proclaimed superfan. Do you believe her?
Yes. No, I do. And I saw on Twitter something about her as well. Like, oh, yeah, she really is a super fan. Mm-hmm. Like, I went to high school with her. Somebody said that. Because, I mean,
some of these little kids have said, I'm becoming a super fan.
Okay,
or I'm a medium fan.
There is this clip from The Office of Michael where he's like, oh, this is a dream. I'm, like, so into it. It's a dream that I've had since lunch today. And that is the vibe that I get from the recruits when they talk about how, like, into the game they are.
I've seen most of a season.
Right. But I don't think that Amal is.
No, I think
she really is a super
I think
fan.
She's a fan of the show. I don't know if she's a super fan or not.
I think also maybe she's unemployed right now. She did put superfan in place of her occupation.
Because she was doing a lot of research watching the show?
Maybe, I don't know. But she is from Toronto and she's got a big personality.
She does. Big heart. She also said she had a big forehead.
Oh. Self-deprecating queen. Love to see it.
Comedy queen. All right. So she's a first-generation Somali Canadian. Mm-hmm. Wonderful. I love how Canada is such a big melting pot.
We just get to see so many different backgrounds.
I love it. She would prefer not to be in an alliance, but I feel like her bio was one story and her interview with Jed was another one. Because somebody probably was like, psh.
Yeah, like maybe you should consider
gotta
being
be
in an alliance.
alliance.
She doesn't want to be the person to initiate an alliance because she was telling Jed she is not a good judge of character. She knows herself really well.
Yeah.
But she's not confident in her skills with like reading people and being able to tell if they're a good person to work with or not.
Well, it's good that she's self-aware, you know?
She was talking about her game strategy, and part of that is really like taking care of her mind and body. So she was saying she wants to have 3 square meals a day and sleep 8 hours a night.
I wonder if that's in her writer because, like, she is type 1 diabetic. So, I mean, like, you can't F with that.
The food is very important.
It is very important.
Specifically. I don't know what the deal is.
I wonder how they're going to work that.
Yeah, I don't know if they're even doing have-nots. I haven't heard anything about it yet. I feel like they've kind of backed off on it a little bit, which is fine.
Yeah, last year, they didn't make them really sleep in the have-not room. They had that
need it.
The ball pit room.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, well... She won't get along with people that are mean and tell her what to do, which I feel reasonable. Like most people would say something like that. Obviously, she's going to miss her family. I'm going to say right now, everybody this season is going to miss their family.
Most people said that the hardest part about being in the house would be they're going to miss their friends and family.
Some more than others. And, of course, pets.
Yeah.
There were some really cuties
this season, though.
There were some cuties, though.
Oh, of course.
She'll do anything to win, I guess. I mean, she was kind of really non-committal about that.
She seems really nice, though. I don't know if I see her doing anything like super shady.
I don't think she would murder anybody, so
I hope not.
I don't even know if she would be capable of a nice backstab. You know,
we'll see.
People say, "Oh, I would do that," but
yeah. Now, this was really interesting because they asked the rapid fire question in the written bio, like, are you a hero or are you a villain? And she put both? Which I don't see for her, just from, like, my first impression. I see her as, like, a nice person, more of the hero type.
Would you say she's bi?
I mean, for this, maybe. I don't know.
All right, well, she's not actively seeking a showmance, but you know what? If it's for the money, she'll do it.
All right. Welcome aboard.
Then she changed her mind and said, I'm going to backstab all day.
Okay.
We'll see.
Yeah.
All right.
Next up, we got another 28-year-old.
This one was a lot. Anika. Mm-hmm. She's an investment advisor. Can I please see her portfolio? She's from Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. Mm-hmm. She is loud and annoying.
Oh, no.
She's an extrovert. It really killed me when she said, none of my friends or family would say that I was a nice person.
Oh. I mean, own it, I guess.
She's really confrontational. This is going to make for some good TV.
That's for sure.
But,
she said she's not afraid to stir the pot. So, consider that pot stirred.
She's planning on playing a fair game.
Yeah, so this was kind of weird to me because she also...
Very contradictory.
She was identifying herself as a villain, but she was, like, saying multiple times, I want to be playing a fair game. I'm going to play a fair game. Blah, 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 blah. I think she really wants to gain everyone's trust, and she feels like she's going to do that by playing a fair game. But it just didn't seem to match up with what she was saying. I don't know.
One of the other questions that Jed was always asking was like, how'd you prepare yourself to be on camera 24/7? And it really felt like these people didn't even realize that they were going to be on camera. Well,
I think
they'd be like, oh, I filmed myself for TikTok.
I think we've identified quite a few recruits, like
yeah.
Anika for sure is a recruit.
Yeah.
Because he was also asking, like, how familiar are you with the game? Are you a super fan? Are you new to it all?
Well, I was on a dance team. I'm on a dance team.
No lie, her dancing seemed really awesome.
It did.
And I'd love to see her come up with some routines in the house.
Well, there's a few dancers that I think might get together and do something like that.
BB dance troupe.
Do you think that will be a digital daily? They'll be like, all right, we'll throw you a bone. We'll show you them dancing around.
Yeah.
Like you care. But, it doesn't mean anything in the game. Then we'll show you stuff that doesn't mean anything in the game.
Yeah, I'm really not sure what to expect with these digital dailies.
She wants to be in an alliance. She gets along with most people, but she doesn't like people who have attitude like her.
It's so funny because I always am super curious what people's pet peeves are. I feel like 50% of the time, or maybe more, whatever they say is their pet peeve is something that they do themselves. And they don't like when other people do it.
Yeah. Well, that's like your love language is what your love language is what you do for other people. Like, so.
Well, I was going to say you kind of like see your flaws in other people.
Yes. Hurt people. So she'll backstab if she has to. She loves to be on camera. Really? When you got your period cramps, you love to be on camera?
I'm not really sure if she is fully aware of what she is about to partake in.
She struck me as kind of a size queen. Like, she was all like, oh, I have such a small house that I bought for myself and I'm so successful and blah, blah. I hate that. Don't toot your own horn.
Wasn't she the one that was saying she's going to buy another one?
She's going to buy a bigger house. She's going to put a down payment with the money on a bigger house.
That real estate market's insane right now.
It sure is. All right. Next up is Claudia.
Claudia Campbell. 25 years old.
Yes.
So she's one of the younger ones this season.
She's a marketing coordinator. I don't know what that means, but she's from Prince Edward Island.
So like an Emily in Paris kind of deal?
Oh, is that what she does?
Claudia in PEI.
She's fun and outgoing. She's really tiny. She wants to be a superhero. She wants to be the superhero of the house. She wants to be the comp piece. She wants to be everybody's friend. She wants to be good and nice and fine.
She seems really nice and sweet. And I'll be honest, I did not get a ton of personality out of her interview.
It's pretty bland.
And that could just be like,
shyness.
She's shy in the interview maybe, and it's all going to come out like when they get in the house. I mean, we've seen people like that before where, the interview's kind of bland and then they get in the house and it's just like, whoa.
Yeah.
Who's this girl? So.
Yeah. Girls Gone Wild.
Well.
Not in that way. But, she got a full ride for dance to go to college, but she didn't go for dance.
BB dance troops. Let's set it up.
Exactly. So like we said, she wants to be the hero. She wants to have a showmance. Mm-hmm. She doesn't like know-it-alls.
Who does?
I don't. Also, Jed was asking, what are you going to do with the money? Mm-hmm. Tell me what you're going to do with the money right now. And she said, I want to travel and I want to pay down my student loans. How responsible of you.
Yeah.
And boring.
I feel like one of the things that she was really pushing was that people are going to underestimate how she's going to do in competitions because she's so tiny.
Tiny girl.
But she was saying, she feels like she can be a comp beast. She was also saying she's interested potentially in a showmance.
potentially. She is ready.
I do feel like she's a little bit of like showmance bait.
I feel she's here for the showmance.
Like casting put her in there intending for her to be in a showmance.
Would you think she's a recruit?
I don't know. I think she may have applied. She said she's a medium fan, so not a super fan, but also not like super new to the game.
Well, it makes sense that she's not a recruit then, because she's not from Ontario and she's not a muscle girl.
All right.
All right. Now, I'm just going to say it right now. This is my pick to win I agree. And who I want to win.
I'm really enjoying him from his interview. We'll see how he does.
Daniel. He's 33 and fabulous.
Yeah.
He's a super fan.
We do have a Dan and a Daniel this season.
Right.
This is Daniel.
Right. He applied for all 11 years.
And he's only getting on now? He seems like a barrel of fun.
I know. Maybe he was too much fun for the other seasons.
Maybe.
Or
maybe he just didn't fit in the puzzle before.
So he's a graphic designer. He's from Toronto.
Uh-oh.
He's loud
Toronto
and proud,
squad.
And he's a super fan, and he loves gossip, and he likes to use people as shields. Oh. This is so smart. So smart.
I mean, he knows what he's talking about, right? But it does make me a little nervous that, like, all the meatheads are going to be around for a long time because people are going to want to use them as shields. And there are a lot of muscle people this season. No offense to, people on the gym grind. That's fine.
No, but it's like this is the perfect storm of the century for a muscle alliance.
I get so nervous that we're going to have one of these pretty boys take out all the women. Walk? Yeah. Let's see a season of all the pretty girls walk.
I don't, I'm almost ready to throw in the towel already because I can just see a bros alliance. It's swirling up there. It's forming as we speak.
Let's not do it. It's 2023. No bros alliance. Ugh. But anyway, back to lovely Daniel.
He wants to play the game. He doesn't want to get played by the game.
Okay.
I think that's great that he's aware that could possibly happen. So tread lightly. He loves his cat Pablo. Oh my God. Mm-hmm. All right, this really got me. This was the cement in my shoes.
We literally looked at each other and screamed.
Do you know a little movie called Call Me By Your Name? It's one of our absolute favorite movies.
Is it? I don't know if it's one of my favorite movies. I enjoyed it.
I loved it. Timothée.
I know.
And the bad guy.
My issue, and I don't want to get on a whole tangent here.
We could about this movie.
My issue, which makes me uncomfortable besides Armie Hammer's potential cannibalism thing, is just the age gap.
Yeah.
Between them in the movie. Like, was Timothée Chalamet like supposed to be underage?
I think he was like 17.
I don't know. But that's my hang up with the movie. But other than that, I love the movie.
All right. So anyway, he said he loves dancing in the streets in the rain in Italy.
And there's a scene in Call Me By Your Name where they're like dancing in the streets in Italy, and we love that.
Bring your big shorts because you're going to be throwing up in that street. All right. So it's he wants to try to be a hero, but he knows that he's going to have to be a villain if he wants to win this game. He's going to have to backstab, and he's ready to do it.
You got to be smart about it.
And let's say his head says romance or showmance.
He said if somebody's in there for him,
and there is
someone potentially.
Yes,
we'll see. I don't know.
He came out 3 years ago, and that just breaks my heart that he had to wait until he was 30 years old to come out.
But it seems like he's in a really good place right now, and he was talking about how supportive his family and friends are. So we love that.
I love it. He'll go in social. He'll be strategic on the down low. He wants to be in as many alliances as possible. It sounds like
Daniel, don't overdo it.
It sounds like Kevin going
I know. It's so hard to keep that up, though, because eventually people are going to figure it out.
He is smart, though. He wants to hand off the knife to let somebody else do the backstabbing for him, or to do the actual stabbing.
It's just such a fine line.
Yeah. And when he gets the money, and I hope he does, he wants to invest it and possibly have a family one day.
Aw.
What a wonderful thing to do with the money.
Yeah.
All right, we got Dan up next.
Okay.
He is a DJ stage name Zabbo.
Guess how old?
He's 28.
Of course.
Can you believe it?
Yes, I can.
He's from Niagara Falls.
Okay.
He wants to get right into there and get into a large alliance.
But, well, okay, he said like 4 to 6 people. So we're not talking like bomb squad, 8 or 9 people.
Hey, have you heard about the alliance? Would you like to join? Stop asking people to join the alliance.
I know. So,
He's got a carefree attitude. I really like his vibe.
He has the mind of an artist, which I appreciate. I mean, he's got the painted nails. Mm-hmm. He just seems like an interesting individual.
He's very creative. Mm-hmm. Music is his outlet. He also produces music, which is super cool.
I also thought of James Kennedy.
Yeah, me too.
Because of the DJing. Oh my God, DJ James Kennedy.
You know how they say fashion designers wear black all the time because it's too much to put together.
Yeah, you don't have to think about your own outfit.
Well, he eats the same freaking food every single day.
What is
that
it,
because
though?
he's so? I think it's like chicken wraps or something.
He said that's what he would eat in the house if he could only eat one food every day.
Yeah, well, it's probably what
he
eats.
So is that what he eats every day?
Probably. He's a hero. In his own mind. He really wants to be a comp beast. I don't know if he's going to be against these guys. Are they too muscle bound? I mean, I
don't want to underestimate him, but just looking at the competition that he's going to be going up against. But it's not all physical competitions. There are other competitions as well.
It's like in any other Big Brother house.
Like, sure, he'd be a comp beast.
But in this one, I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, these dudes have like tennis balls in their arms.
I'm worried about like a roid rage happening in there, you know?
I don't know.
I'm not saying these guys are on,
performance enhancing drugs.
Yes, but there are like legal ones, I'm sure. And I'm sure those have side effects too, but.
Again, that's a whole other tangent.
Yeah. He is true to his word. Mm-hmm. He does not want a showmance.
Okay.
His dad was in a rock band, and his dad was in the video.
I liked seeing him hang out. I like seeing everybody hang out with their parents.
He pretended to jump in the falls.
I just like seeing how people interact with their parents.
Yeah.
Because you can tell a lot about somebody from that.
He is such a recruit.
Yeah.
But it's okay. I don't mind. He's going to lay low for a while when he gets in that house, and then he's going to start winning some comps.
I mean, even though it might be not the most exciting strategy, it is one of the smarter strategies.
It's a winning strategy. Let's put it that way. He's probably going to find his number one right away. Mm-hmm. You know,
so I guess he wants to get into a ride or die situation immediately.
That's smart because
it is, but it's also not always smart because you might end up with somebody who's insane.
Yeah. He loves people who want to have fun. So do I. He doesn't want to, but he might have to backstab. He might have to compromise for the money.
Yeah.
He wants to save up and buy a house. That's also great. You know, everybody should own property. I feel like that is the ultimate goal in life is to be...
I don't know about the ultimate goal.
Well, I guess have a kid, right?
I don't think I would consider that the ultimate goal.
What's the ultimate goal? Be a good person?
To be happy and be a good person.
All right. But I also think that is part of being happy is owning property and feeling
Everybody's got
secure.
Whatever makes them happy, you know?
All right, well,
What do you think overall about Dan?
I like him. I think he's going to go far in the game, I feel like. Because he's going to be, like, somewhere in the middle. You know? He's not a muscle person.
Maybe he could fly under the radar a little bit?
Possibly.
I'm worried he would be a target for all those muscle dudes, though.
I don't think so.
If they all stick together?
They all seem like He-Man woman haters, and I feel like the women will be expendable first, as usual. Mm-hmm. So, Hope is up next. Okay. He is 23 years old.
Hope is the baby.
Yeah. He's the youngest.
Yes.
He sure didn't act like the youngest. Let me tell you that. He is quite accomplished.
Yeah.
He is a skills coach, like a sports skills coach.
Yeah, we didn't know what he was talking about at first, but I think it has to do with basketball.
Yeah.
Because he's all about ball is life.
Yeah. He's fairly recently immigrated from
Ghana. 9 or 10 years.
9, I think. Mm-hmm. He's from Ontario. Wonderful. He's dating somebody. Mm-hmm. So this is going to be a no man's situation.
Okay.
I'm going to shut it down right there. He is a comp beast, and no truer words have been spoken after we saw his bio.
Okay, there is this point in his bio, if you haven't seen it yet, where he shows off his athleticism. And it's one of those things where you just, like, jump onto a stack or something.
5 feet straight up in the air.
I have never seen that before. It was insane.
It was like he was Spider-Man. Crazy.
It was crazy.
Right.
Respect. It was insane.
Yeah. Obviously, he loves to work out. Mm-hmm. He is a good guy. He's true to his word. He doesn't want to be like Jed.
He was really dogging Jed in this interview.
The whole time.
Really dogging him like, I'm not going to get distracted like you. And
yeah. I'm not going to do what you did.
I'm not getting into showmans like you did.
Yeah. He actually started a company called Hope Fitness. Is it a company? Is it a charity? Is it both?
He has like a personal training thing that he's doing, but he also has built
charity work.
Basketball courts in Ghana, which is amazing.
It is amazing.
I'm sure he's made such a huge impact on so many kids' lives.
I love when people give back to their community. I think that's really, really admirable.
Absolutely.
So, like we said, he is a comp beast for real. And
now,
a recruit.
Okay, he must have said like at least 5 times that his like strategy in this game is adapt.
I think it was more than 5
I'm gonna adapt. Which is such an important thing, but it also felt like he doesn't really know what he's getting into strategy-wise and, like, what this game is really going to be like, aside from the competitions.
I think it was honest, though.
No, but I'm just saying, like, I don't think he's given the strategy of it all that much thought. You know what I mean?
Right.
But, again, it is so important to adapt in that house and pivot.
Well, you know what? I think he doesn't want to go in there thinking one thing, wasting his time playing this scenario out in his mind. So, I mean, I think that's probably the smartest thing you could ever say. It makes a really crappy interview because you're just like, I don't know what's going to happen until I get in there. But it's really honest. You know, I don't think it's because he doesn't know what's going to, you know, what it's going to be like, because I
do feel like he's a recruit and he's not like super, super familiar with the game. So,
but I think he is familiar with the game, and he was smart enough to say, look, I'm not going to nail down a strategy until I get in there and see what I'm up against.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
He wants to make the most of this opportunity as well. This can be a really good thing for his charity, for his business.
Build up his business.
And he's going to use the money for his company, which is also very nice for him.
Very cool.
And he hates loud chewers, just like Jed. Jedson. All right, up next we have Jonathan. He is a newfie.
Yes. And
Cue kitchen party.
Yeah, kitchen party. He is one of the older house guests.
Of 33.
So old.
Oh my God. So he's married. He's one of very few that are married.
And he has I think, 12-year-old son, right?
Yes.
12 years.
He's playing for the right reasons. For his family.
That's what he says. Yeah, he's playing for his family.
He gets along with people who have good energy. He likes music and basketball. Do you think he's going to
hang out
get
with
along
Hope?
With Hope? Will there be a basketball hoop or a half court or something like that in the house?
I don't think so.
Oh, I don't know.
Maybe if Big Brother's feeling generous, but I don't think so.
Maybe they'll give them a Little Tykes basketball hoop or something.
Maybe in the hot tub or something they'll get one of those tiny ones.
Also get along with the DJ because he likes music. He's going to be a hero, a comp beast. I mean, he's pretty physically fit. He's a fisherman. It's a very physical job.
Very demanding.
Yeah. He's true to his word. It's obviously a no man's because that's wifey.
He's got a cool dog, too. Bruce. So cute.
Bruce was all like...
Yeah.
You know what? He's going to be in an alliance for sure. He started watching this show with his parents from year 1.
Yeah, but he shared that he recently lost both of his parents, which sucks.
This is going to be emotional.
I feel so bad for him.
I have a feeling there's going to be some emotional unrest.
Yeah.
It's a game to him. I hate when people go in there and they're like, well, what is your son going to think of you? What is your family going to think of you?
He's going to say it's a game.
It's a game. You do what you need to do to win. It doesn't define you as a person if you lie, cheat, steal. Unless you are like kind of like a dirtbag and say like your wife's got like cancer or something, Matt. You know, that is kind of not okay. I mean, that's kind of crossing the line.
That's kind of crossing a line.
So, he doesn't like energy vampires.
Colin Robinson!
And he's so into basketball that he said with the money he's going to get Raptors season tickets front row for him and his wife and son. And he's going to pay for college for his son. So, cool.
Okay.
Next up is John Michael.
Oh.
So official. John Michael.
He is the age of the season, 28.
28. Like the trade of the season?
Yeah, age of the season is 28.
Right. He's a project manager. I don't know what that means, but he is the younger of the project managers.
He said he works with a lot of older people.
He works with olds.
In their like 50s and 60s.
Yes. So me. He's from Ontario. He's bright, extroverted. He is a joy because he's so happy-go-lucky.
He does seem like he really lights up a room.
He's the kind of person that I would say this to him. I would be like, you always put a smile on my face.
Aw.
You know?
Yeah.
He's going to charm his way to the finish line, and I believe him. He's sassy. Mm-hmm. He wants to be a comp beast, but I don't think it's going to happen.
Yeah, he said he's going to be a sassy comp beast.
Yeah.
I mean, he could own it in all of the
smarty ones.
I mean, look at Michael from last season of Big Brother US. We were not expecting Michael the lawyer to be the comp beast of the season, and he was by a lot. So you never know who is going to beast it out.
Right. That's true. I was just thinking of like physical comps, but definitely could be a mental comp beast. Mm-hmm. He is a super fan through and through.
Yes.
Floaters grab a life vest.
I guess he's going to be targeting floaters.
Maybe, or maybe he's going to be a floater.
I don't know.
He
made it seem like he was going to be targeting them.
Well, he would love to have a showmance if there is a showmance available, and there is.
I mean, I'm not saying that the two gay men are automatically going to get together.
No,
but
of course not.
There is the opportunity that there are actually two gay men on this season.
Right.
Which we don't always get.
Right.
Or ever get. So
I love that he loves to do whatever he wants. Mm-hmm. I really admire that. And I aspire to do whatever I want. Okay. He totally freaked out when he met Jed, and I love that they left that in the interview.
Yeah, when I saw how long his interview with Jed was, I was like, oh, that's interesting. This is like
longer than the others.
Like, what's going on here? And they showed like him sitting down and seeing Jed and like being on set and being like, oh my God. Like, you could tell he's a real super fan.
Absolutely.
So that's always fun to see the enthusiasm there.
He likes extroverts, but he will adopt an introvert.
That's so nice.
The alliances are a must to him. He is a super fan through and through. He knows the game. He knows you gotta have people who have your back.
But he's gonna play dumb with people. He doesn't want to let people know that he's a super fan. I hope he's not gonna take it as far as he was saying he is, though. Like being like, how do you spell veto? How does HOH work? That would be way
too obvious.
It's too much. Don't go that far.
He'll do anything, but he's gonna draw the line at like swearing on his parents' life, and I mean,
fair.
I would do that anyway, because I don't think it means anything. He wants to get a cat with the money. Can't you get a cat before that?
Maybe he just wants to make sure he can provide for it completely.
In a bigger apartment?
Yeah, he said he wants a bigger apartment.
Yeah.
So.
I love that. I hope he gets his cat.
Wonderful.
All right, we got Koozie.
Yes.
Big Daddy K.
That's a fun nickname. I like that.
She's 29 years old, and she is a 911 operator.
I honestly got emotional hearing her talk about her job and how, like, when people call her, it's, like, one of the worst days of their lives. And she has to, like, be there to hold it together. Them. I am so thankful for her and other people who do that job. Yeah.
Yeah. So she is from British Columbia. Mm-hmm. And she is a master manipulator. Equals Page Girl.
Yeah, she's a Page Girl.
Oh, she's not just a Page Girl. She's a Page Queen.
She's a title holder.
That's right. She pulled for a higher title. She's Miss World Zimbabwe.
Honestly, like, it was such a juxtaposition, too, when she was talking about her job. And then talking about, like, how she is outside of work. It very much gave me, like, the Spicy Venus of it all.
Yes.
When Spicy V was like, oh, this is Business Me, or was it Business Betty? I don't know. I'm mixing those two up because those two also reminded me of each other, energy-wise. But anyway,
She loves to dance. Do you think she's going to be in the dance troupe?
Yes, BBCAN dance troupe.
Yeah. So it's a no-mance for her, but guess what? She's a sucker for love, so I think it's a showman.
You're saying there's a chance.
Yeah. Looking good is her weakness. Love that. She's confident, no kidding. She's not a super fan, But is she even a fan of the show?
She might be a recruit.
I feel like she's a Hundo P recruit.
I have to say her personality reminds me a lot of Shanaya from Real Housewives of Dubai. And I love her.
I love her too.
I hope that she is going to be like Chanel.
She's not a compiece. She doesn't have any muscles for that. I love everything that she's saying. I'm buying everything that she's saying. I hope we get a lot of her on the digital dailies.
I know, right?
Because I think she's going to be hilarious.
Yeah.
Good dailies. Is that what you want? Good dailies?
We do. She was really pushing a lot that she is planning on manipulating people and being like this master manipulator. So we'll see if she can pull it off. Because a lot of people say that going in and then they can't do it.
I think she was looking at other people's papers and reading their answers and saying, oh, I'm going to get into multiple alliances. And, she was copying. So she doesn't like bully aura. Good. Hate bullies.
Hopefully we won't see any bullies this season.
She's a talker, and that's probably going to get her into trouble, I hope. If she needs to be a snake, you do the maths. It's going to happen. She's going to invest the money and take a trip if she wins. Good for her. Everybody wanted to go to Greece.
I know. They were asking, like, what's your dream vacation?
Yeah, a lot of Greece.
A lot of people were saying Greece. I'm on board with that.
One person said Croatia.
Yeah.
Nice.
It might have been her, actually, Renee. Next up, 24 years old, Renee.
Renaissance.
Yes.
She's a twin.
She's a law student, and she's from Ontario.
I'm sorry. She's just too freaking much.
I don't think she started law school yet. I think she said this is the year.
This is her gap year.
In between before she goes to law school. But she's in there.
Goofy. We know. She's a little bit too bubbly.
She is one of the youngest people this season, so she's bringing a different energy than most of the rest of the cast.
She's innocent, but she's got a sharp tongue. Her strategy is to be fluid and flexible, like
Hope.
Yeah.
Adapt.
She loves to dance. Is she in the dance troupe?
BBCAN dance troupe. Let's go.
She's a drama queen. She's a diva. She's too much. She wants to be a hero and a compiece. And she wants to have a showmance. That's to be determined, but I say yes.
I definitely see her going for one.
She loves makeup. She had a sickening amount of makeup. Were you gagged?
Yeah.
Why you gagged?
It was a lot of makeup. But what killed me was when she was like, I don't even use it all. I just buy it.
And then she whipped out all the receipts. And she was like,
I don't know.
Wasteful. I don't like it.
It's a lot of makeup.
She thinks she's a real CSI. She thinks she's a real Kim Kardashian over there solving cases.
Well, we'll see if those skills come into play. You know, she's talking about how she likes putting together all the pieces of the puzzle. So
we'll see who done it.
Yeah.
She watched the show for a while. She's got a good grasp on it, she said. Girls Alliance, honey, you did not watch the show.
I mean, of course, I would love to see a Girls Alliance.
Not this group.
I'm a little jaded at this point. I don't know if it's ever going to happen. But she's saying she would like to do it. But then she was also like, but in the past, you know, they've been broken up by showmances. And she was like, who knows if I'll fall into the same trap. So I'm not going to get my hopes up.
She likes transparent, honest people. I love liars. She wants to use the money for school, for her law school, but she's not going to tell anybody that because she's going to keep her law student secret.
Keep it under wraps.
Law student thing secret.
Yeah.
And she's going to give some money to her parents, too, because they have to put up with all that, and that is a lot.
Oh, my God.
That's a lot. All right, Roberto is next.
Okay.
He's 30. He's a little older.
He's over 28.
Oh, my God. What are we going to do? All right, he's a gym manager?
So I guess he was the manager at the gym that they did casting at.
He's from Toronto also. He's beauty, brains, brawn. He's a good-looking guy. He's going to be himself, which is funny and genuine. Genuine.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of the rapper. He doesn't like to be shushed. He tattooed himself. That's badass.
That was his, like, spontaneous thing that he tattooed himself. I wonder which one, because he had a number of different tattoos.
He had a lot of ink. Yeah. A lot of ink. He's a hero. He's a compiece. Wow, welcome to the club. He would like a showmance because he's like an ogre. He's got layers.
Oh, he's a Shrek.
Yes.
He's looking for his Fiona.
Yes, he's not a villain. He's prepared physically, but he's not a super fan. He's a recruit. Did you guess that from the beginning when we said
Toronto
gym owner, almost 20, a little bit older than 28? All right, he'll backstab if he has to. His big old strategy is he's going to be social with everyone, but he's going to have his core group.
Okay.
Good luck. He's going to use the money for his family. He's going to travel a little if he can. And he's going to save some money too.
This was another one where I feel like he's like Claudia to me, where he seems like such a nice person and so cool. But I just didn't get that much personality from his interview, so I can't really determine like how I think he's gonna do.
Is it because he was shy?
Maybe I feel like
he's a recruit.
I feel like he's more of an introvert, so maybe he's gonna be adopted by
John Michael. Yeah, could be.
Could be.
Well, now this was an enigma wrapped in a mystery.
This next person
Santina.
was not an introvert.
She was on her own from 15 years old.
She's 28 now.
She's an esthetician. She's from Edmonton, Alberta.
Her video bio was like, ah!
Yes. And then her interview with Jedson
was like
completely different.
She was a little bit deer in the headlights. I think she was a little bit shell-shocked during her interview with Jed. But her bio was like energy packed.
It was more than energy. It was maniacal.
Okay.
It really was. It was like putting diesel into a gas-fueled car. You don't want to do it.
Well, she was saying that in the last few, I don't know if it's months or years or what, she like sold all of her belongings,
stuff.
And she's been, I guess, trying to do the van life thing, or she wants to do the van life thing.
With her dog and her cat.
Dog and cat.
They don't want to do that.
Yeah.
Well, she's determined. She's going to be herself. She wants to be likable with a hint of kindness.
Only a hint of kindness?
I know. Compiste, of course.
A lot, like the majority of the people were saying they're going to be compiste.
Going to be a compiste. Guaranteed. Especially the last guy. She wants the compiste thing on the down low, though. She doesn't like people who act stupid.
Which is
what
interesting.
What are you doing stupid stuff for?
Yeah. Earlier in her bio, she was talking about how, like, people might think she's, like, ditzy and whatever. But, like, she doesn't like when people act stupid, so I don't
Yeah, or she doesn't like when people say, my way or the highway.
Yeah. I think most people don't like that.
No. She's a hero. No showmance for her unless it's for a game.
I mean, she was talking about how she's been supporting herself and she's been on her own for so many years, so she knows what it takes to get things done. So.
And she will do whatever it takes, Degrassi.
Whatever it takes.
She's going to win BB11. Is she a super fan?
I don't know.
She's going to lay low. She's going to adapt. Here we go again. Is that like the optics of this season? Adapt.
That's the buzzword.
The buzzword. She wants to be in an alliance of 4. Period. She vibes with open-minded people. And again, like Jed was putting a lot of suggestions into people's minds.
He always brought up the chewing thing.
I don't like loud chewing.
Or girls leaving their hair in the bathroom.
What are you going to do if the camera's on you if you're laying with people?
You laid up with someone.
Yeah.
So, yeah. She doesn't like loud chewers.
No. All right. Next up is Shanaya.
I really like this girl.
I thought it was Shanaya, and I was so disappointed.
I did too. What's wrong with Shanaya?
Because,
something a little different.
All right. She's 27. She's a bartender from British Columbia. She is kind and witty.
I think she's got a great sense of humor, too.
I do, too. She wants to be in a 3-person alliance.
Okay.
That's
Triangles are supposed to be the strongest
that's true.
Structure,
strongest
so
shape.
I don't know about alliance-wise, but if you're building something.
You can rest assured that somebody with an ass tattoo is going to be a great alliance member.
Okay.
She likes open-minded people.
She does, so maybe she'll get along well with Santina. Also looking for open-minded people.
Yeah. I wonder if we did some sort of a string flow chart, if how many 6 degrees of separation we could get with these people.
I'm sure a ton.
Do you think they do that in casting? Do you think
sure
they have
got
like a
tons
string
of
flow
stuff
chart?
like that. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Venn diagrams.
Yeah. So she's a hero. There was very few villains.
Yeah, not many people identified as villains.
Everybody wanted to be G.I. Joe and G.I. Joanna. Mm-hmm. She's gonna be a floater, maybe? True to her word.
But you have to acknowledge the difference between a floater and a coaster.
A floater is somebody that floats to the power.
Floats between alliances, which is a totally valid style of gameplay.
Absolutely.
Coasting, lame AF. Coasting, you're just being carried to the end.
Toilet paper on somebody's shoe.
Yeah.
You're just hanging on.
But floater, I respect it.
I respect floater, for sure. She wants a showmance. She loves fart jokes. She's like a guy's guy. Guy's girl.
Okay.
Guy's girl. Yeah.
Yes and no. I mean, she seems pretty, like, girly, too.
Yeah, but
I don't see her betraying the women,
she's
you know what I mean?
What a guy would want. If a guy would want a girl that would be ideal.
This seems really complicated.
She loves fantasy. She loves anime. She's got a cute little kitten. How could she leave it? I don't know. So cute. Looks like our cat, kind of, with blue eyes.
Kind of. Going off of the fantasy thing, I saw that she mentioned one of her dream trips would be to do, like, the Lord of the Rings tour in New Zealand. Mm-hmm. Hell yeah.
I think she likes, like, manga.
Well, she was saying she's into anime. She's into, like,
anime
fairy
after
smut.
Dark. Yeah. Yeah. She's ready for a showmance, baby.
Yeah, and her interests for potential showmances were hilarious.
She's a sucker for tats. She more the better. She wants some tats.
This is what killed me. She said, I like guys who look a little ill. Oh my god.
Okay, I can see that.
Do you think she'll go for the DJ?
Absolutely.
I could see them being a match, potentially.
Absolutely. Not that he looks ill.
No, but he's got that vibe that I feel like she's looking for.
Yeah, I definitely think so. She's going in with no expectations. That's smart. Mm-hmm. She's not a super fan, obviously, but she kind of knows the game. Okay. She's not going to be a comp beast unless it's mental comp. You know, I think also when they're saying, "Oh, I'm not a comp beast,"
I feel like they're looking at the pphysical of it, not necessarily the mental comps.
Also, we have the need to be adaptable. That's like the buzzword.
Which again, it's so true, but it's like it's getting played out in these interviews a little bit.
I think they overheard it when they were waiting for their interview.
Maybe.
She knows when to keep her mouth shut, but does she? Because, like, I love when people say, oh, I know when to stop. Or I know when to say when. But how many times do you do it? Come on. Mm-hmm. She lived in a hostel for a year.
That's pretty badass. Ooh. So this should be, like, cakewalk for her. Like, quality of living wise, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Unless they lock up that food and put the lock on the fridge.
I don't know. She's working towards her bachelor's degree in psychology.
All right, so going back to school.
She knows how to do, you know.
I mean, you wonder if any of that's going to come into play.
It might. Next up is Terrell. He likes to be called Ty. Okay. Just so you know. He's also 28. What a shock.
And he's a, what? Personal trainer? From where? Toronto? Another?
A compies?
How have these people not all met at, like, their personal trainer conferences or whatever?
Wouldn't it be funny if they all got into the house and they all knew each other?
Would it be funny, though?
Yeah, it would. And they weren't, like, expecting it. Oh, bro, what are you doing here? Mm. All right, so he wants to get into alliances with the outcasts.
Okay,
that makes me so sad.
The way that he went about talking about this, it just felt like these people are losers, and I'm going to use them to my advantage. Like, I feel like it sucks to call people outcasts unless you're, like, one of the outcasts. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I don't know. It just felt a little bit icky to me. Speaking as someone who would be an outcast. I don't know.
I would definitely be an outcast.
Like, he's bringing himself down to work with these other people.
I'll work with them.
Yeah.
It would be so funny if they all got together and voted him out. Anyway, he wants a showmance and or a bromance. He's looking for love in all of the places.
I mean, he was already talking about how he's at risk of being distracted and letting a showmance, like, take over his game. And I was like, oh my God, you are talking to Jed right now. Like, learn from his mistakes.
Yeah.
Learn from his season.
Well, he thinks he's decent looking, so he shouldn't have a problem getting into a showmance. He's a mama's boy. He's a man of his word. Mm-hmm. He's a hero. He's a real G.I. Joe because he's former military.
Actually, yeah, he's former military. So
right. He's not a super fan. He is a hardcore recruit. Recruit, reporting for duty, sir. He's going to use the money for his mom. That's nice. And to give back to his neighborhood.
It does look like they have a really sweet relationship, and you love to see that.
Love to see it. Mm-hmm. All right, Vanessa is up next. She's the old.
Oh, she's not even that old. She's 42.
She's 42. She's a baby to me.
And she looks fantastic.
She does. She is a yoga instructor from Calgary, Alberta.
Honestly, I think she's got more energy than some of these younger people.
She's a mom and a wife.
Yes.
She's also got 4 kids.
Damn.
She's going in there like everybody's mom. And I absolutely hate how this show always has the older woman.
It's like Mama Vanessa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're always the mom. If I were to go on this show, I would want to be not the mom.
You just want to be like yourself, right?
I just want to be friend. I just want to
like,
be, you know.
The way that because it's like you have like the token mom almost. But I'm sure she wants to be more than that. But she is really pushing the mom angle. She's
really pushing the mom angle.
Okay, she is pushing the mom angle. But like you said, a lot of people would not want that.
All right, so she's the fun mom. What does that mean?
Does anyone need a condom?
Exactly.
I'm not a regular mom. I'm a cool mom.
She's like Mean Girls mom.
Yeah.
She's never shaved her legs.
Whoa.
That's bad. Ass.
I was like, oh my God.
Yeah. No, badass. She's a hero. She can be a backstabber. There's not going to be any romance here or showmance or anything because
she is loyal.
She's loyal to her husband, even though they're not married yet.
She said they're common law married, and she's hoping after the show they're going to get married.
Yeah, they're going to use the money to have a nice wedding. She's got alopecia and vitiligo.
Yeah.
And she wears it with honor.
Yeah.
You know?
And she's gorgeous.
Great. She is gorgeous. She's a fan of the show. She actually auditioned for season 1.
Whoa!
Why didn't they take her then?
I know. Well, maybe she's probably like so much more confident in herself now. She's got so much more life experience now.
She kept saying that she's going to be the wing mom. What does that mean? She's going to do, like, matchmaking?
This makes me nervous, because she was talking about how she gets along really well with, like, the muscle guys and, like, alphas. So I hope she's not just going to, like...
be in the boys' alliance?
Just, like, cling on to all those muscle heads and, like, do their bidding. I really don't want to see that happen.
really don't want to see her be in with the girls and then go back and bring info to the guys.
That would really bum me out.
That would really bum me out,
She said she gets along really well with alphas, but she also loves the underdogs. So she was saying the in-between are the people that she might not vibe with as much.
Why?
I don't know.
All right. Well, last but not least, and boy, he was a lot.
Well, I just want to ask you too, do you think Vanessa will be able to overcome the danger of being the oldest cast member for like that first week or 2?
Probably, but I don't know if she's making jury or not.
Okay.
You know? What do you think?
I think we've seen some of the older cast members have done a little bit better in the last few seasons, making it further into the game. So she's definitely got a shot. And she's got a very young, vivacious personality.
Yeah.
So
I agree. All right. Well, 34-year-old Zach Nielsen. I want to give his last name because he wants to get into politics.
Oh, yeah. He was saying he's like talked to multiple prime ministers. Like what?
I don't know.
How do you do that?
I don't know. But he's a startup VIP. Are you a VIP? He's a vice president.
Senior
vice president.
And he's from where?
Ontario! He's got some tricks up his sleeve. I'm totally getting a Scaramucci vibe from him.
I see that hardcore.
Totally.
Yeah.
He's in a relationship, but he's a flirt. That's it. He said, I'm in a fairly new relationship.
But he wants to continue with it.
I think he wants to see, and he kind of alluded to this with Jed. Like, is there anybody hot in the house?
No!
Is anything gonna happen?
That's
like,
awful.
I could totally, like, cut this relationship that I'm in, because it's kind of new. You know, but if nobody's... I'm going to say, you know what? I'm in a relationship if nobody's to his liking in the house.
Yeah.
He's a drama king. And that is him being himself. He's overly confident.
He does seem a little overconfident.
His hobby is working out.
Join the club. Everybody in that house is working out.
Again.
I hope they put 2 gyms in that house this year.
Again. This house in any other you know, this guy in any other season
would be like
a stud or physically.
Yeah.
But not this season. I don't picture Zach doing any 5-foot vertical jumps.
They're all going to be fighting over the weights and stuff.
Yeah. All right.
There's not going to be enough workout equipment to go around.
Well, he was also voted most likely to bring his mom to prom. Not mom prom.
But I need to know, like, did he actually bring her to prom?
He wants to be in a bromance. He wants to get into politics. We said that already. He's the Kim Kardashian of Ottawa.
What does that mean? Did he have the BBL?
What's that?
The Brazilian booty lift or whatever?
I wonder.
He's going to turn around and we're going to be like, what?
That would make sense because that show that we watched with the big
real estate
the
Chris
guy.
Lilly show? Yeah.
And he's like in some sort of a real estate company, which screams phony to me.
Okay, this is what really, like, messed me up, though. He was talking about his diet and how every morning he has, like...
a grass-fed steak with just salt on it or whatever.
Okay, but then he took it a step further. He's like, I'm on the carnivore diet, so all I eat is meat, salt, and water. That is so bad for you.
Yeah.
Like, I hope his heart is going to be okay.
I hope his colon's going to be okay.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
He's going to need some colon blow after he gets out of here, and he's probably going to have it if they do the slop.
I was freaking shook when I heard that.
The things that will come out of his colon
No!
after he's on slop. All right. The show's probably doing him a favor, saving his life.
Hope.
So he's not a super fan. No kidding. He saw the first and last, I want to say episodes.
Oh!
But,
can you imagine?
Yeah, right? I'm just going to watch 2 seasons, the first and last episodes.
No, the first episode of season 1 and the last episode of season 2.
He's got he wants to make some solid relationships with 2 or 3 people.
Okay.
He loves his space.
That's
like going to be a problem.
The second oldest house guest this season, so he's in a different place in his life. You know, older people, and I'm speaking as one myself, we like to have some alone time.
Is he going to freak out?
He might.
He might freak out when he doesn't get his little steaky.
I don't know.
All right. Well, he wants to invest the money in himself.
I mean, he's an entrepreneur, right? So that makes sense.
I guess. Well, I hope he's the first boot.
Ooh! All right.
I
mean, I feel like he could be.
I don't hope he's a first boot because I
hope he stays in there so he'll have to eat slop and he'll fix his diet.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm sorry, I cannot. Obviously, we're vegan. Like, we're not gonna be pro carnivore diet, but also like health wise,
it's just not good.
Seems like so dangerous and bad for you.
Even if we weren't vegan, I mean, we know enough that carnivore is not good for you.
That ain't it.
No,
but that's the cast.
Oh my God!
Let us know
what did you think
about this.
What'd you think? Who's your favorite?
Well,
who's your least favorite?
I already told you. Daniel has my heart.
Absolutely. Daniel and John Michael.
There are quite a few people that I'm really excited about. I wish I had the grid in front of us right now so I could just quickly tell you who I like.
I think Claudia is going to be entertaining.
You think so?
I do.
She's a little bland in her interview.
Oh, no, not Claudia. Sorry.
Koozie. Yes. Loving Koozie for sure. Shanaya loving. Right. Those are the standouts for me so far.
Yeah.
And I'm not really vibing with Zach.
No, at all. At all.
My main thing is,
vibe.
I don't want to see all these muscle guys, like, band together and vote everybody else out, because that's just a bummer. We've seen it happen. We don't need to see that again. That's where I'm at. So.
I don't want the Bros Alliance to steamroll. We don't want to steamroll.
Yeah.
We want shifts in power.
Yeah. So
and I hope they have like the stock market, you know, like when it drops too fast, they put the things in to like stop it. I hope they have something on the show where if one side of the house starts steamrolling, that they can get something in there to like stop, you know?
Yeah. So usually they put in like a Canada vote twist.
That would work. Definitely.
But anyway, thank you all so much for watching. Let us know in the comments what you think about this new cast. I mean, I know everybody's got a lot to say about the live feed situation for sure. So let us know your thoughts on that as well.
Who done it?
Yes. And we're excited for this premiere, even though it's going to be a different vibe this season. So if you do want to be house guest of the day for the Digital Dailies updates, check out our Patreon link in the info box below.
Let me know if you'd like to see me on the Digital Dailies.
Yeah, we're hoping like she's going to be making more appearances in those Digital Daily recaps. So, yeah. So thank you all so much for watching. And until next time, much love.